Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you are watching. Thank you for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. Guys, today we have a lot of stories, but we also want to say hi to everybody. I wasted yesterday's minute, the first minute, because I was muted. I'm not going to do it today. I want to say hail and welcome to everybody who showed up early in the chat, from RC in the NYC to Keith Howard, Brightest Day, Sven the Nordic Ninja, Lasso of Truth, Judicon, Theme Park Casual. We also have Lorena Creole, Storyman Jack, Canadian Spider-Man, Keck44, and so many others. Thank you, Night's End, for showing up. Josh, I appreciate you. Hope everybody's checking out all of your channels, those of you that are here on the platform with me. With that being said, we have, like I said, a lot of news to talk about, so let's get into our very first story, which, of course, is going to involve Disney. That's right, Disney has decided to push their calendar back once again, which has caused some shockwaves in Hollywood, especially for the exhibitors. And it's really kind of screwing up some stuff for everybody else, because the minute you start to move dates, it affects other movies and other projects who had the same window, or a window that was lined up to give them an opportunity, and so on and so forth. Disney Day and Date, Black Widow, and Cruella decision creates aftershock in the industry, aching for box office normalcy. Well, you guys are the ones making it not normal because of where you live. But let's move through this. It's ironic that on the same day Warner Brothers throws in the towel on its Day and Day HBO Max theatrical release plan for 2022, that Disney would take one of the most highly anticipated Marvel movies, I don't know if that's true any longer, Black Widow, and move it to a day and date theatrical release with an additional PVOD plan, which means, again, you're going to have to pay extra to see this film. Same thing with Cruella. They're going to start doing this at an additional $30 a pop. I don't know if they're seeing any profitability here. The metrics for the way that they track these things electronically are suspect at best, and because of the lack of transparency, you're never really going to know. And again, all these companies have had the opportunity to participate in various forms of bailout and additional monies that they didn't deserve and or earn because they aren't drawing an audience. Well, again, all of those monies should have been generated for the people in the companies and not for the companies themselves. These large corporations can maneuver themselves into positions of profitability rather easily, but again, the public is bailing them out. But just picture this. Disney pushed their calendar back another 3 months, essentially, on most everything. Now, the release date for Black Widow was pushed, but it doesn't make it that far back, but it does move it into the release the release window of many other films. Again, that's the biggest concern. Again, it punched up, Disney stock punched up to $192, and then it closed down at $188. I have a feeling that as people start to realize that this is really a shell game, that Disney stocks are going to have some difficulty going forward. But we've already spent too much time on that story because we need to talk about the People's Propaganda proletariat paper getting a PPP loan. Notice how there's a lot of P's in there. At Los Angeles Times getting $10 million of y'all's money. Supposedly to pay the people that work there. Well, they would have already needed to have been paid. Well, it doesn't matter. This is just another way for them to, pay people with your money. And this is the biggest problem with what's going on right now is this money is being printed at an alarming rate. The value of the dollar is going down substantially, and you're only going to see hyperinflation going forward. Again, a lot of this is because of the decisions being made around the global crisis. So moving on from that, we have the Walking Dead lawsuit being pushed back because of the pandemic-related concerns, and they just don't want to pay Frank Darabont. This thing's over $300 million, as far as the profits that should have been realized. I don't blame Darabont and others for going after this money. It is an all-star lawyer fest going on there, so just be prepared for this one when it actually does happen, even though it's possible that it could move out of 2022 and back into 2021 if a 5-day jury trial availability becomes available. We'll see. They're just pushing everything back and is pretty much the laziest approach to things I think I've ever seen when it comes to legal processes. A lot of this stuff could be done properly, easily, with distancing. But hey, whatever. Doesn't seem to matter much. And as we know, they're already hiding a lot of things when it comes to the Glazane Maxwell stuff. So moving on from there. And finally, hybrid casting is a reason that SAG-AFTRA isn't going to let members work on a show where producers are utilizing a game shows type of structure similar to The Voice or something else, where you can call in and vote for people to appear on this Surviving the Cartel show. Going to be kind of weird then, because you're going to have a non-union production that's going to push forward because this thing's already in the hopper. We're going to have to see what happens when it, with this. But I think this is a bad move and not allowing for union and non-union workers to participate together, especially in wherever this is actually being produced. And finally, the Godzilla and King Kong film should bump the box offices up. The projections, like I was trying to say yesterday, were down from 68 million prior to the global pandemic to the 23.7 million that it's supposed to make in its first 3-day weekend. Guys, thank you so much for being here for the 6-Minute Daily. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
I see you, Snortopus, Snortopoopus. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Trinoculus P, and all those that showed up late, like Larry, and many others. You guys are awesome. Joe Keemstar.